out to you that $141,000 belongs to the Lafayette Road Winnicott.
Okay, we might as well go ahead and hit that right now while we're here.
Sure.
I was noticing that you're saying that there's $100,000 in this breakdown that has to do with something that was approved on December 20th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me find it here in this sheet. Yes, for $100,000 on December 20th, and I won't mention the contractor's name, but
You're going to say that there was no bid
is
on
there a written contract to make that, allow that to be encumbered?
We needed a vehicle to encumber the money, because the discussion was that if we could, we should at least have the monies related to that project in this year to match up with the warrant article. And you're right, there is no contract with the vendor involved. I needed at least a decent vendor so I could issue a PO. This is one of those that we know we are going to void this contract, this PO, no matter what happens, whether the project is passed or not. If the project is passed by the town vote, then we now have $100,000 to deal with the potential underpinning issues with the sewer. And this would then become a bid contract. And if I kill the PO and then reissue another one, then the net effect is it's still there.
Well, the thing of it is, though, we don't even know what we're going to be doing with what's under the road at this point in time, and we don't know if the voters will approve it or disapprove it. And my big problem is, if it's encumbered now, it should have been approved by the legislative body to be encumbered, number one, and number two, at $100,000,
it's not
is way over the purchasing policy of a $50,000 guideline.
It's not the legislative body to make accruals against a budgeted line item. This is not going against the warrant article. This is a budgeted line item for sewer repairs.
I don't know if I follow your logic there.
This is under the auspices of your board.
Okay.
Not legislative. This is an open. This is like any other contract that you deal with during the year. You have two things going on. One, you have a warrant article that's out there for a potential project to do the infrastructure, the Lafayette Road.
Yeah.
And from all indications, there is probably some sewer work that's going to have to be done because they did the TV scoping.
Right.
And we found that there's leakage in there.
Right.
And so we had, at the time, we believed enough money to put it as a encumbrance to put it there. We put the PO because that's the easiest vehicle for me to get it on an encumbrance list.
That sounds like to me that we're legally encumbering money in 2012 for something we're going to do in 2013, and $100,000, number one, is way past the bid limit, and number two, if it's encumbered, it should be brought before this board to approve the encumbrance.
That's what I'm doing. That's where I'm here.
But this is 2013 we're in now.
No, we're still dealing with 2012.
I understand, but this was done in December 20th.
And all POs that I'm trying to deal with are cut before December 31st of the year.
Okay, do you understand? Would you like Mr. Welch to help you?
I don't agree with the way this is done, that's for
Okay,
sure.
well, he's given you the answer. So, do you have other things that you want to bring up?
Well, yeah, I'll start over again back here because we got off on that one. I'm a little confused about a couple of other issues too. Let me get this back here because spent some serious time on that, and I still don't understand that, and I don't subscribe to what I've been told. That's for sure. I do have a problem with. No, that's the other one I had. Okay, that explained that one. So I think I'm all set temporarily.
Okay,
I'll yield.
Mr. Moore.
I'll yield.
Thank you. Mike, I apologize. I did not get to this over the weekend, so
I'm here, and what I'm trying to do is give you the most current information I have. But as I've said, this is going to get reviewed. I'm coming back in 2 weeks.
I've been through year-end closings before, not with you, well, with you as well, but
Right.
on my own.
Yeah,
It doesn't happen magically on the 31st of December.
never will.
What happened with the Rye sewer agreement? I'm looking at revenues now. $100,000 over budget. What happened?
That literally is what got billed. I saw
Wow.
yeah, I agree.
Was there a change in the meter? I mean, is this something that says it's
I would
just
have to
in-
go back and look at all the
That's
paperwork.
really amazing. I mean,
And I totally agree with you, and probably, I'd have to look back at the prior year, and probably it was under budgeted. But I did not expect it to be that high. I'll always say that.
okay. In total, how did the revenues that you actually have now, at least to this point, booked, compare to the revenues used in your tax rate setting?
They are slightly higher, especially with the $100,000 that we booked for the insurance. That wasn't, I don't believe I knew about that one at the time.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, that was unbudgeted.
So the effect to the undesignated fund balance, or whatever today's
If-
word is,
The undesignated fund balance, depending on what we do with changes in the encumbrances, okay, the only positive effect will come from revenues, as you can see
well, it's
from...
161, no, you got 161,000 coming from
Yeah,
this, expenditures because of the grant, so plus whatever is in...
yep, so
So the 175,000 or whatever that we used to reduce the tax rate in 2012 should be more than covered by the underspending or over revenue position.
Yep.
That's good. I do want to spend a few minutes, if I may, Mr. Chairman, on the open
Please.
PO list.
Sure.
And I'm just going to start with your summary page, which comes down to the a total of 733,000 of open POs. And you've assigned approximately 210,000 of those to special funds, revolving funds or revenue funds of one kind or another.
Correct.
The beach infrastructure is the lighting, as I understand it, on A through
Yes.
C.
Or D.
D,
Okay.
maybe.
So the village district is going to be the person issue. I mean, they're the ones who are managing its issue, or are we managing
It is
its
our
issue?
fund. That money has been in our fund, Fund 21, and that is under our control. And I believe we've received permission from the beach to go ahead with the project, and it's under the control of the manager and the contractors out there.
Yeah, the PO was issued, right? Just the work
yeah.
hasn't been performed?
It's actually ongoing.
They're ongoing.
They're working on it now? I'm sorry, I haven't...
They're in the ground, you can see them along
Okay,
afterwards.
good. So it just hasn't been paid for yet?
No, but we'll end up with expense next year because these are town properties.
No, understand. It's the money's coming from a town fund, understand?
Yep.
The cable fund,
That's the truck.
understood. But do we have a problem there? Only in that we might exceed 100,000.
According to legal counsel, I'm sorry, not legal, the DRA, that $100,000 is not a ceiling. That's the normal raise and appropriate number, but since it's a revolving fund, we have access to the whole fund. So the answer is not according to what I got from the DRA.